Sports show is on the air. Mike Max, Lavelle E. Neal, Lou Nanny, and Sid Hartman, hoping that you're having a great Memorial.
Sid's on fire already.
He's on fire, man. I got a question for you, Sid. The Super Bowl, did you think they'd land it?
No, but they bought it.
Bought it? How?
Yeah, $40 million they put up.
Okay.
Here's the thing. Tom Benson's 87 years old. He's the most powerful guy next to Kraft in the National Football.
New Orleans Saints owner.
Yeah. And they have 80,000 seats, but they have no 500 companies. They are a bankrupt city as a result of that big tornado and all this stuff.
Hurricane, I think.
Hurricane. Yeah. So they could not compete with Minneapolis.
Minneapolis was going to get it because they built a new stadium.
Yes.
The National Football League is forcing these teams to get new stadiums. They want Buffalo to get one now, so as soon as they build one, they reward teams, and I think that's the biggest reason why they got it. Plus, New Orleans has had it a number of times. It's not like they haven't had it.
I was just surprised they got it right away.
Yeah. Well, no, I wasn't, because they got Buffalo sitting there, ready to be sold. They want them to get a new stadium, and this is a way of encouraging them to get a new stadium.
It happens across sports. I mean, the Twins built Target Field, and a few years later, they get the All-Star game.
Yeah, it's a given, right?
It is.
Yeah. It's just a matter of when.
I think it's a carrot they dangle in front of these cities when they're trying to pass legislations for stadiums.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
It was $30 million, not $40 million, and that 30 is in other stuff. It's really the fact they got a new stadium. That's why they got it.
No, sir.
You don't have a bid without a stadium.
They bought it.
Do you think if
they also gave money for fields, for kids to improve fields and all that stuff? Nobody in the league thought they had a chance. I talked to 3 owners, but when they came up with the money, they guaranteed $30 million at the meeting.
$30 million for who?
And they
who gets the $30 million?
Huh?
Who gets the $30 million?
The National Football League.
So you just pay them, you write them a check for $30 million?
Well, they work out some way. I don't know exactly.
Well, yeah, but you got to make money on it. You don't want to just give $30 million away just so you can have a Super Bowl. It's not worth that.
Just telling you, I know what I'm talking about. They would not have got it if they didn't come up with the money and come up with a lot of other concessions like these.
Okay, so if you're going to give that away, how do you make that money back?
You don't make it back. The city of Minneapolis.
Well, then why do you want it?
Huh?
Well, then why would you want it?
Because it's a big thing for the city. Richard Davis went to all these business guys in town and raised that money. He and the guy that owns, what's that big company, St. Paul? He was another
Ecolab. Baker. Yep. So Louis, how do you come out on this? Is the PR enough? Is that a good enough reason to want a Super Bowl?
Yeah, they really are going to get a big benefit to the city. You really don't know how much. There's a wide range of numbers that they say, but you know it's more than zero, because nobody would be coming here in February like they're going to be coming in the city.
Right.
So they're going to get the spotlight on the Twin City area in Minnesota. They're going to get a lot of people coming in. They make a lot of money, and that's really what Minnesota's wanted to have this for, and they built that new stadium. The public stepped up for the money, so they're rewarding Ziggy and the public for building a new stadium.
I had a long talk with Bagley. I wrote a column. He says, we thought we had no chance going in.
I thought they thought it was like a dress rehearsal then for the next time.
They thought New Orleans was automatic. And then Tom Benson gets up to make the presentation and faints.
You would think that would help.
I was going to say, that's a pretty dramatic, man.
Selling point for New Orleans. It didn't help, because now they say, oh, he might be dead by the next one, so we better give it to him now. Yeah. But they didn't. So no.
They did have the owner in Indianapolis in no trouble.
Is this. The National Football League, money
They're not
is
going to
everything.
get any money out of that. The money's going into, it's costing the community. The fields are here, not anywhere else. Do you think Indianapolis would have dropped out if they were giving money? New Orleans wasn't. Why wasn't Indianapolis in Minnesota?
Never had a chance on kind of what Irsay did.
Well, if it's money, then he got a bigger chance than New Orleans. And nobody else would have bid for it. I got to disagree with you.
No, I think it's a stadium also the cash.
Go ahead, Lavelle, what were you saying?
I was going to say is that I hope the Skyway system has every building connected. I hope people bring their furry underwear. It's going to be a lot of fun, but it's going to be cold.
Well, it's quite an event, man.
Well, it's not going to be as cold. It shouldn't be. The average at February 4th is like 26. The average.
Yeah, we buy another week compared to last time.
We've been below average, though, the last
I
three
know, but
Februarys,
the
man.
third week in January is customarily the coldest.
Don't worry
That's
about
when
it.
you're
Global
old.
warming will take care
Well,
of
not only that, they're going to
everything.
be inside.
With global warming by that time, man, we'll be 48 degrees.
You think that money might be a factor when?
No.
Well, who gets the hockey outdoor game?
No, not at all. Not at all. Washington's not going to make any more money than we got it. They got Washington this year because of Ovechkin and Leonis, and they want to reward him. You don't think that they're going to fill the stadium here, whichever one they play in? It's not money. You know how much money they made in all the games? They took in about $250 million. They got 6 outdoor games this year. And then after the expenses, cost a lot of money, but they still split it with the players.
Is that too many?
They make a lot of money. I think it's too many, except the revenues are there for the teams. They make
started
a lot of money.
the stadium series.
For
For
one
the
game?
No, not one game.
Take a
6
break.
games advertising.
Plenty more to talk about, as you can see on the sports show. Stay with us.
The Sports Show is brought to you in part by Canterbury Park 24/7 Card Club. Don't forget the Card Club at Canterbury Park. Cambria, makers of quality quartz surfaces. Ticket King. For the best price on tickets anywhere, try Ticket King. And Soundpoint Audiology. Life is worth hearing.
Quality. It's the result of shared values. The joy found in an honest day's work. Respect for true American craftsmanship. And the need, not the want, to get things right. It's the result of remembering your roots. Being forever humbled by how far you've traveled and forever hungry to push on further. Quality is a result. Quality is who we are. Cambria. Family owned, American made.
Welcome to our sales event.
We hear you have great deals.
Yes, but they're going fast.
Toyotas are safe and reliable.
RELIABLE.
And loaded with technology.
TECHNOLOGY.
Finals are tonight.
I was in a spelling bee once.
Bell Expeditious.
Well, I didn't win it.
Just announced, get $500 Memorial Day bonus cash on top of all current offers on select Toyota models. Don't miss your chance on these Memorial Day savings, so hurry into your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places.
Want to start a new career? In just 20 weeks, Summit Academy will train you in a growing healthcare or construction field and help you find a job. Absolutely no out-of-pocket cost to you and no loans to pay back. So enroll now. Call 612-377-0150 today.
It's Family Leisure's huge Memorial Day weekend sale. 4 days only. 24-foot pools, only $19.99 installed. Patio furniture, hundreds of in-stock sets. Spas at unbelievably low prices. Swing sets from $249. 4 days only. Going on now at Family Leisure.
We're working hard to bring you the Twin Cities' best deals at Luther White Bear Subaru. Take a look. Lease a new Outback for just $269 a month or a new Legacy for only $179 a month. Rather buy? Save with 0% financing on every new Outback and Legacy in stock. Also now available, the 2015 Subaru Forester. Whew, I'm whipped. I'm Dan Moen, and thanks for watching. Luther White Bear Subaru, Highway 61 just north of 694 in White Bear Lake.
Audi A4 drivers have spoken. And they rank the A4 highest in total quality index in its class. Experience the new Audi A4 at your local dealer today.
Main Street is filled with hopes and dreams. The only thing you need is the right partner. The beacon of light that shines, that says we are in this together. That is Beacon Bank. Locally owned and community committed. They understand what you need. And they are your personal answer. Your friend in business and in life. Allow the folks at Beacon Bank to be a part of your life because they make dreams come true. Beacon Bank, it's a member of the FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Looking for a nice, big, juicy rack of ribs?
Fabulous chops, huge steaks, and the Buddy Bowl? Then J.D. Hoyt's is the place for you. Hoyt's opened in 1983, and Mike Andrews and his partner John White have kept this Minnesota tradition at the top of the food chain. Managing owner Pat Montague gives us a tour.
At J.D. Hoyt's, enjoy a relaxed atmosphere, great food, friendly service, private dining room, second-to-none happy hour, and great outdoor dining, just blocks from the new ballpark.
Located at 394 in North Washington. Locally owned, nationally known. Hoyt's.
J.D. Hoyt's, locally owned, nationally known. On your way to the ballpark or coming downtown, stop on by, see Pat and the gang. Satisfaction guaranteed, and then some. Welcome back to the Sports Show. So the All-Star Game, like the Super Bowl, do the Twins make money on the All-Star Game? Does the gate go to the Major League Baseball? Do they make any profit on this thing?
I think the league pulls out most of the profit. The Twins may make a little profit on like concessions or something, or some stuff in-house, but I think most of it's for the league. I mean, those tickets end up going to rights holders and their families and high rollers and the Beautiful People Club and all those.
But the money goes somewhere.
Yeah. I think the league gets most of the money and the Twins get a cut.
They get expenses.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Louis, you brought the All-Star Game to Met Center one time back in the day.
Yeah, and
different then.
All these games, the All-Star Game, the Super Bowl, the playoffs, you got to remember the players are getting half of the revenues.
Right off the top.
So,
yeah.
you know, they're doing very well, too. That's why you have these games.
Here's an amazing stat. In the next 5-6 years, they're going to have the All-Star Game, the Ryder Cup, and Super Bowl.
Super Bowl, yeah. But the Final Four is the next big ticket that they want. Right. Frozen Four is coming too, I think. Isn't it?
Right.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what's happening in this town right now. For years, General Mills was owned by the Bells. Pillsbury was owned by Pillsbury. The First U.S. Bank was owned by the Wakefield.
Dayton's was owned by Dayton's.
Dayton's was owned by Dayton's. And they could do anything to raise money to have sports events. Now they got some guys here. Richard Davis is one. Target's another one that have headquarters here. They are acting now like they acted years ago. They're doing things for the city. Like the Nicollet Mall, they're going to spend a fortune on redoing their Nicollet Mall. And they're coming up with the money, even though they're...
I'm housed right across the street from Target. They took a parking lot behind us, turned it into a basketball court in the park. It's unbelievable. Louis, is this a good corporate community relative to Major League Sports and the other markets?
Well, first of all, they got 19, I believe it is, Fortune 500 companies. So we have quite a few compared to other cities around the country. When you look at it, that's a huge number. And secondly, I think you've got an active corporate community, which is very good. And because of the people that Sid's talking about years ago, it established the giving policies that they had and the 5% and stuff like that. These companies came in and continued to contribute and continue to act the same way, and it's really been beneficial for Twin Cities.
How much does the proliferation in new stadiums feed into that? Because since I've lived here for 17 years, and since I've moved here, I've watched Excel go up, I've watched Target Field go up, I'm watching the Vikings Stadium go up, I'm watching the new Gophers football and baseball, and now I'm hearing that within the next year there's going to be an announcement that we're getting a soccer team and there's going to be a soccer stadium built.
I bet that'll be at the same stadium the Vikings.
Yeah,
it will not be at the football stadium.
But you got St. Paul Saints too. You forgot about that.
I forgot Midway Stadium.
That's going to be a big battle.
MLS will not
does
not want a soccer team in the football stadium.
Soccer, the Wolves want soccer, and McGuire, who's got more money than all of them, I think. He wants to build a 20,000-seat soccer.
He can do it
near Target Field. I think McGuire will end up working with the Twins on it. The Twins are very interested. Dave St. Peter, the Twins president, was at the MLS championship game last year, so they've been doing some work on this. So I will not be.
Okay,
I'm just telling you right now.
I'm
telling you right now. Do not be surprised within the year that there's an announcement that MLS is coming here.
I've been covering sports for a long time now, and covering a lot of soccer for a long time. People, participation levels are high for soccer. Kids all play soccer growing up. Your kids probably played, my kids, everybody plays soccer. But people don't watch it. Why would you think MLS would make it here?
Well, they'll make it at the beginning, but then they're going to have to find a way to keep them just like they did when we had the
When you go to your third 1-0 game, you're going to go,
problem.
You know what?
You got to find a way to get scoring.
Who like soccer, like ones that like hockey. They're very devoted.
Not as many.
Not as many, but they're devoted. I'll tell you a little story. I was very close with Bo Schembechler. So on a Friday afternoon before Minnesota playing Michigan, at Michigan, I go to sit down with him. He's down. He says, you know what happening in the state of Michigan? Soccer is getting so big, I think it's going to ruin football. Schools don't have any money. But for soccer, all you need is a pair of shorts, a pair of tennis shoes, and a ball, and you can have a soccer team.
But that's why you've had so many play for so long. But it still hasn't transposed into professional soccer because
Not in this country,
what
no.
Mike said is right. People get tired of 1-0 games.
I covered the '94 World Cup winners in the United States. I consider myself a soccer fan, and I can't wait for the World Cup. I don't know. I think this is a little bit of a stretch trying to expand soccer MLS here. I think there's a good soccer base here, but it's more of an international European soccer base. I will go down to Brits tomorrow to watch the Champions League final, and it'll be packed, and people will be spilling out the front door.
I know, it's right by where I work at. But
you've seen it, and they're nuts. So there is a passionate fan base here. I don't know if it's a MLS passionate fan base. That's going to be the big challenge.
I became a soccer fan for about 2 years because my little grandson Griffey was playing soccer.
Sure, and then people go through that. I get that, you know. Did you ever meet Pele?
Pardon me?
Did you ever meet Pele, the great soccer player?
No, never
He
met
was
him.
never a sports hero?
No.
As good as he was all those years.
Never met him.
Wow, that is a tough standard you guys had. Take a break, come back.
The Sports Show is brought to you in part by Allery's, the original St. Paul sports bar, now with 65 beers on tap.
Attention, please get a pencil. Announcing a hearing breakthrough, a microchip that is so small it can fit on the head of a pen. Worn hidden entirely in your ear canal, making you hear clear as a bell. And it's proudly made in the USA. Do you feel left out of conversations? Is it difficult to hear words in noisy environments? Do others say that you listen to the TV or radio too loudly? Do you feel like a bother to others due to your problems hearing? If you answered yes, you may qualify for this new chip in the ear. Only 50 participants are needed to try this microchip, so get a pencil. Call now to see if you qualify. This revolutionary chip actually mimics the natural sound selection of the human ear. With multi-core microprocessors, technology used in the most advanced computers, sounds are analyzed and classified each millisecond, controlling noise and making speech clear. Do not wait. Call now to see if you qualify to wear this revolutionary new microchip.
I have evidence that proves my dad's a space alien. Speaks a weird language. Drinks green stuff. He says he's from Albuquerque. I'm not buying it. I mean, just look at him. And one more thing. He has a spaceship. The evidence doesn't lie. My dad's an alien.
The highly advanced Audi A6, named to car and drivers 10 best. Experience exceptional value on the Audi A6 at your local dealer today.
Audi Minneapolis, right off of 394 on General Mills Boulevard. Drive out an A4, perfect for all seasons, or check out the A8. Welcome back to the Sports Show. So, Laval, the Twins have surprised some people here. Played better than people expected to date overall. I think most people had them well below 500 at Memorial Day, and here they sit hovering around it. What do you think? Can they sustain this?
Well, here's the thing. I think the starting pitching's been a little bit better, although the overall raw numbers don't look that good. But I think for the most part, they've been pitching into the 5th and 6th inning. Correa's got to get things straightened out. But I think Phil Hughes has been a great addition. Gibson's got a lot of talent. And Nolasco's got talent, and he needs to be fine-tuned. Some of the offensive development's been surprising. And I think they're doing just enough pitching-wise, just enough offense-wise, just enough defense-wise to stay in these games and win them. They've been in a lot of one-run games, and they've been on, I think they've won 7 out of their last 8 one-run games. And so they're kind of building momentum here, is being able to grind out victories, and that's a good sign.
Louis, when you look at a guy like Phil Hughes, he went through the ringer in New York. He seems like one of those guys, when you're around him, Lavelle, I think you'd agree. He doesn't seem fazed by much because he seems like he's been through the pressure cooker already of being on the big stage in New York. Do you look at that from a guy when you're looking at a free agent to say that he's not going to get beat up because he can't, he's already been through the toughest...
I don't think you really concern yourself where he pitched or where he played. It's how he can pitch and how he can play. And the Twins liked him for so long. Remember years ago when they were, I think it was Santana, when they were talking about dealing there.
Trying to get
he was in the package then. And he's played very well. And when you look at the Twins, I think they're in second in the division
it's kind of
now.
going back and forth.
Going back and forth. That's pretty darn good from where people expected them to start.
They're tied for the wild card right now.
I think one thing people don't realize is what Paul Molitor means to the team. Boy, I talked those players, every one of them says, Molitor this, Molitor that, Molitor this. And that made a big difference.
But he's not the one that's pitching. And the pitchers
I know, but they're winning. They're not making mistakes. They're not turning the ball over like you do in basketball. They are winning, like he said, so many low-scoring games. They don't score 10 runs a game or 12 runs a game. Like the other night, they win 2-0. They win the day before that. I forgot what the score was. The low score.
I wouldn't just give Molitor credit, though. I think the combination of Molitor and Terry Steinbach and Tom Bernansky has had a good effect here. You talked to Brian Dozier. Molitor's helped Dozier with the base running immensely.
Yep. He talks about base running, though. He doesn't talk about hitting.
Bernansky's helped him with his swing. Bernansky's helped a lot of guys with the quality of their bats. Look at Eduardo Escobar.
Well, watch Steinbach work with the catchers.
Yeah, exactly. I think those three guys, with their major league experience, it's been a major infusion of help to this team.
I was talking to Tom Kelly
I agree with you.
about Danny Santana, and he says he's in fourth gear all the time, but you can't help but like him because of his speed. What do you think his future is?
You know, it's scary. Brian Dozier said Santana reminds him of a young Jose Reyes. And I sat back and said, wow.
I think Christian Guzman.
Well, yeah, you know what? It'd be fun if it was the old AstroTurf out there to see what he would do when you hit him in the gaps. But he's already given away 5 outs defensively, and he's got to know when to slow it down and when to be quick. He has problems catching throws when someone's sliding into him. Drops the ball in traffic. That's what I was told by a coach. So some things he really needs to work on so he doesn't give away outs, because you don't want him to be a zero-sum scenario when he's doing something exciting offensively and then giving it back defensively.
Louis, would you rather have big expectations coming into the season for your organization and play 500, or low expectations and then play 500 and look good? Because you can make all your money selling off the expectations. Which would you rather have?
Naturally, I'd want the low expectations.
Yeah, but if you have high expectations, you can sell more tickets, you can do more things.
I don't know if you're going to sell, you know, that much more. People do realize what the team looks like, and when you get started, it's not selling immediately, because baseball doesn't have that many season tickets sold overall, and so it's
so you
what
got a chance to grow.
You got a chance as they're winning, and people are watching them. Then they get excited, and then they get out to the games.
Like I wrote in the paper today, nobody expected this. I thought they're going to have another season like that, and you and every media guy in this town, nobody can, one media guy in this town can say he expected this, because they didn't. They expected a bunch of stiffs. They had $80 million payroll. They didn't get
Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves here. This isn't a great baseball team. It's just better than what we thought it might be.
No, but they're competing.
It's
That's
not a great team, though.
I predicted 78 and 87, and people thought I was nuts for doing that.
They said that was high?
Yeah, people came into the season with zero expectations.
Well, see, he had him 78 wins.
Yeah, 78.
I'm just saying, they're playing teams. I think there's more parity in the baseball league than there's ever been. San Diego is hitting .222 as a team.
Well, that's not parity. That's a bad team.
Yeah. Even Detroit, as good as they're supposed to be, they just lost 4 straight games.
Yeah, but they're a pretty good team.
Here's a question I want to ask quickly here. Will Twins fans be satisfied with the team hovering around 500 for the rest of the season, or do you want to look beyond this year and call up some of the younger guys and get them involved now, even if it means losing more games during the second half? Play Santana every day. Call up Alex Meyer. Call up this big Kenneth Vargas kid at AA during the second half.
Yes. I wouldn't stop the momentum they got going right now just to call up kids. If they have a lull, then maybe you call them up. But right now, the way they're going, if they can play around 500, keep people excited, they'll sell more tickets.
And keep your veterans engaged, right? So they believe that you're playing for something. Take a break, come back, stay with us.
How many?
The Sports Show is brought to you in part by Case Law, for all your legal needs, not your typical law firm. And Griffin Bail Bonds. It's better to know us and not need us than to need us and not know us.
If you guys could go on a free shopping spree anywhere, where would you go? I'd go to the grocery store. Pizza, ice cream. I'd go shop for clothes. You know where I go? I'd go to Ticket King. Ticket King! At Ticket King, you can buy great seats for the Vikings, Christian Ponder, the Wild, Zach Parise, the Timberwolves, Ricky Rubio, and of course, Twins. Yep, this is where I go. Vikings, Twins, Wild, Timberwolves, Gophers, theater, and concerts, too. Justin Bieber! Hey, I like him first. For details, go to TicketKingOnline.com. Any ticket, anytime, anywhere. It's the real thing. It's Ticket King. Right, Dad?
Couldn't have said it any better myself.
That's for sure.
Main Street is filled with hopes and dreams. The only thing you need is the right partner. The beacon of light that shines that says we are in this together. That is Beacon Bank. Locally owned and community committed. They understand what you need. And they are your personal answer. Your friend in business and in life. Allow the folks at Beacon Bank to be a part of your life because they make dreams come true. Beacon Bank, it's a member of the FDIC and an equal housing lender. Beacon Bank, there it is. Responsive, reliable, reassuring. Bob Weiss and the gang got you covered. I've been doing business with them for a long time because you can trust them. Whatever your needs are, Beacon Bank is a great stop, and it is so, so local. Welcome back to the sports show. Do you still think Kevin Love might come back?
Let me tell you, the media in this town have been so wrong on so many things.
You are one of them.
You were wrong about the Twins.
I said they're not going to take a quarterback.
Right, and they did.
Round. They didn't take a quarterback.
They did take a quarterback.
They took a quarterback on the second pick. I'm talking about the first pick.
So you're saying you were right when you said they weren't going to take a quarterback in the first round?
Yeah.
Even though they took a quarterback in the first round.
Which means every other media member was right.
Made a deal for a quarterback. Their own pick. That's what I talk about.
Okay.
Their own pick. Okay. I think there's a better chance of Love staying here than not staying here. That agent of his is doing a good job of getting all this propaganda for Love.
Right.
Love will be here because $26 million is no peanuts. You got $26 million in a Beacon Bank, but let me just tell you, I talk to Love a lot, and he really likes the fact there's no pressure here.
Yeah, but you don't want guys that say, hey, there's no pressure, I want to play there, do you, Louis?
No, I think that Love will play under pressure, and he'll be doing that somewhere else, because if his agent started that stuff, you know,
not without permission,
not
right?
without permission, or Love would have a new agent.
Exactly.
So you know what's going on, and he wants to get out. And the $26 million is only if they the same time. It's misleading because you change the contract, sign him for a year, and then re-sign him again, and you pay the difference. It's inevitable. He's going to be gone, and that's why Flip is probably going to go to a younger coach.
Because he doesn't need a veteran coach, because Love's the one that wanted the veteran coach.
And that was another indication. I thought it was surprising that they.
I thought that was the tip-off.
Because they're closing in on this Dave Yeager guy from Staples, Minnesota, right?
Because Taylor won't let him coach.
I'm glad that's happening. I think Flip's in a good role.
Otherwise, he'd be coaching.
Right.
So he's bringing in one of his mentees.
But this is a lot of pressure on Flip because, A, Kevin Love, that was priority 1 and 1A to keep him happy, and that didn't happen through first season.
Again, I'll say what I think. I don't think Love is going anyplace. Let me tell you, $26 million, even though it's for 1 year.
Kevin Love told you during the season that he liked it here, there's a chance that he might not have been telling the complete truth.
He does like it here. He likes enough pressure, and
that's why he stays here.
I'm convinced he's going to stay. Okay?
Okay.
If you're hiring Dave Yeager, and if you could trade Kevin Love for 2 young players and number 1 pick, I say do it.
Well, you can trade him, but still, it's a superstars league, and you got no superstars after that one. See you next week.
Brought to you in part by Canterbury Park 24/7 Card Club. Don't forget the Card Club at Canterbury Park. Cambria, makers of quality quartz surfaces. Ticket King, for the best price on tickets anywhere, try Ticket King. And Soundpoint Audiology, life is worth hearing.